Chase Lehigh with the Blue Futon. This is a movie in the Netflix world from India called Raman Raghav 2.0. Am I saying this right? Probably not. What is this 2.0 about? Is it a sequel? 2.0. Terminator? No. So I'm just going to call this movie 2.0 because I don't want to screw up this name of the movie. So 2.0, what's about? It's a very simple premise, actually. Serial killer, cop that's very corrupt. Who is killing who? Why are they doing it? That is it. 2 hours and 12 minutes of just straight story and what the heck is happening. So did I like this movie? I thought it was a very well-made movie. I'll put it on the great tier. It's not perfect. It's better than good in my opinion. The reason it is in the great tier is because the twists and turns they decided to put in the movie at the very end and how the story is told. Because there are some nitpicks, though, where I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that style of filmmaking. Maybe because it's India, but I'll give you the negatives first. Some of the killings. Yeah, some of the killings are pretty brutal in this movie, but they don't really show it. But I would say some of the interactions with some of the actors just didn't feel believable, especially one with his sister. And these killings with the crowbar, I expect it to be a little bit more graphic, more bloody. If you're hitting someone with this crowbar, you're bashing their skull and you are complete showing brainage. Like, it ain't no bullshit kind of thing. You hit them once, they are down. And that's one of the good things about this movie as well, is a sort of a realism on that end. If you're getting hit with this, you're going down and you are dizzy. I get tired of some of these movies where you get hit with a crowbar, like, oh, block, 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 Jason Statham, block. Not like this movie. You're getting hit, you're going down. But I think with these hits and the type of force he's putting on these hits, it should be just a little bit more dentage. I hate to say it that way, but some of these kills are just like, it's not that believable, as well as some of the acting that comes with these kills. Also, the main character, that's the corrupt cop. He's supposed to be a corrupt cop. Absolutely. It's believable. But the problem with his character, there is no redeeming factor. And I understand that at the very end. But I won't lie, going through this story, I'm like, why am I rooting for this cop to find this bad guy? He's a complete dick. He treats women like shit. Which, why do women keep going to bad guys like this? Like, if this guy is treating you like shit, dog shit, won't even say you're his girlfriend, stuff like that, get the fuck away from him. Like, seriously, like, he's just not good for your life in general. That ain't no feminist or toxic masculinity anything. I'm saying, if a person is a dick to you, female's a dick to a dude's a dick to a female, get the fuck away from them. That's bad energy you don't need in your life. And I don't understand why females are attracted to this type of bad boy behavior. I'll never understand it because I never was that bad boy. But we're talking about the movie now. And I'll say one more, nitpicky thing. I did think it dragged a little bit in the second act. Some of the chapters, I think there are 6 or 7 total. Some of them I don't think were needed, or just was too short, or just too long. Other than that, I thought it was acted extremely well. The look of the movie was gritty. It was dirty. It showed India basically being like, making the clothes in the middle of these sweatshops, if you want to put it that way. There is nothing like you put in a Chinese movie where Chinese movies refuse to show the bad parts of the country. At least India, it's like, yeah, this is where some people live, and it's pretty awful living conditions, and this is what we have to deal with on a daily basis. And I did enjoy that aspect of like, yep, that's how some people live in the world. Some people just don't know what it's like to live in other countries. Another good thing about the movie, I think, is the story. The reason it is called 2.0 is because it is based off I want to call it based off a serial killer, but there's a serial killer in the 60s and 70s in India, and I think they killed 48 people, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was in the 80s, but this person just idolizes that serial killer, and he feels like he needs to kill. So with that story element of knowing like if he needs to kill, the ending is absolutely fantastic. What this ending does, it puts it on a pedestal of one of the greater endings in a movie. A lot of these Indian movies, this one, not so much RRR, you kind of know what's going to happen with RRR, but the one with the blind pianist, those endings of what actually happens, even in the blind pianist movie, it's not really the end, it's like what happens 30 minutes before the end. With this one's kind of the same way of like, what's the dilemma of this cop? What's he going to do? Is he actually going to be a good person or a bad person? And I think the ending needed to happen the way it does. I understand where some people are going to be like, oh no, I wanted this type of good ending. not. If you know these characters and where this movie is going, there's going to be nothing good about this movie when it comes to these characters and these interactions with both of these people. So overall, 2.0 is a great movie. I enjoyed it. Another one, thank you for all the people out there that have told me to recommend some of these movies. I've recommended a lot. And a lot of them aren't on Amazon or on Netflix. And I got to find them on like Hulu or Vudu, maybe rent them. But this one was available. I'm going to watch it. I did notice it's also called Psycho. And I think there's another movie called Psycho that deals with the serial killer in India. If you could let me know what that one is about, if it's the same movie or if it's just a complete misdirection about, translations to India, Hindu, or is it Hindi? Hindi, I'm sorry. Hindu's a religion. Hindi is the language. So Hindi to America, to English. I know for a fact with the subtitles as well, they were completely off and misspelt. That is not the makers. That is Netflix doing a bad job doing Hindi to English dialogue, where I could tell some of it was not off or was not correct. So that can also lead to some of the dialogue I was listening to or hearing or reading was actually said out of the people's mouths, which I'm like, ooh, I hope that is not incorrect. But like I said again, overall, great looking movie. It's acted great. The story is very intriguing. Even though the story is very intriguing, it does drag with some of these chapters, as well as, you understand these characters. You expect to at least like some of these characters. There's not a lot of good, likable characters in this movie because even the females that are being abused by the guy, it's like, get out of that relationship. Even though I can't really fault the females, but you're like, come on, 4 years. You could get out of it. I know you can. So 2.0 will receive a 4 out of 5 Futon, which equals at 80%. So see the Critics News scores gave this one. Critics at 86% with 14 of them. Audience score 75% with over 100. No critic consensus. So yeah, we're kind of in the same realm with the 86 to 80s and 75s. We're within 11% of all each other, so I consider that a pretty positive review. Chase Leaki with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Futonopia. Your Blue Futonians. Thanks for watching and have a great day. My legs are itchy right now, and that is why my hands are kind of itchy, my calves right now. I did a lot of running today. I did a mile and a half in like 9:50. I wish I could do it. I need it in at 9:38. Can I get 12 seconds off? I don't know. But any more recommendations would be greatly appreciated. And if anything that I could do to improve this channel, please let me know. Put those thumbs up. And again, thank you for watching. It means the world.